Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rikah, Wadash, Mama. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Salutations to the sincere Akim and the Akwathium that believe in truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Car Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now today I'll be coming out with a little lesson, a little impromptu. Without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. This is Sirach chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. See, every beast loveth his like, meaning birds of a feather flock together, for lack of a better term. Just like you have lions that hang out with lions, wildebeest hang out with wildebeest, bisons with bison, so forth and so forth. That's what the scripture is saying. Basically, everybody that's of the same spirit or of the same type of spirit are going to be around each other. Again, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. Verse 16, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave unto his like. Again, just like all the animals of the same type hang with the animals of the same type, the same thing is with man, the same thing is with us. Humbleness, humble people, humble brothers are going to hang around other humble people and humble brothers. If somebody is prideful and lifted up, they're only going to want to hang around other prideful and lifted up people or haughty people. It's just that simple. A man is going to cleave unto his like, Birds of a feather flock together. Verse 17, it says, what fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. That's the question. What fellowship does the wolf have with the lamb? A wolf will devour a lamb up, will destroy a lamb. So a wolf and a lamb have no business hanging around each other. A wolf and a lamb are not going to hang. They're not going to mix. It's like oil and water. It's like light and dark. It's not going to happen. So the sinner with the godly. So just like a lamb and a wolf don't have no business with each other, the same thing is with somebody that's a sinner, that's a transgressor of the law, such as commandments of Yahweh Shai. Somebody that's living in sin, they're not going to be able to hang around, or they're not going to mix with somebody that's godly. It's going to be some kind of static somewhere along the line. Even if it is getting along for a while, but eventually it's going to repel each other, because they don't mix. Sin and righteousness don't mix. Obedience and disobedience don't mix. Verse 18, it says, what agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? These are questions. Meaning, what agreement does a hyena and a dog have with each other? Of course, they both are the same family. But for the most part, a hyena and a dog are two very different creatures. Same thing with light and dark. So that's why, all flesh consorteth according to its like, according to its kind. Righteous people are going to only want to hang around righteous people, are going to hang around righteous people. Just like sinful people are only going to hang around people that's sinning, that's living contrary to the scriptures of Yahweh Shai. So, again, birds of a feather flock together. A hyena and a dog don't have no business with each other. And this is, and what peace between the rich and the poor? Rich people, we're going to say the rich, they hang around other rich. The people that's poor, they're going to be around other people that's poor. The humble, the lowly. But in this sense, it's rich and poor. Like you don't see somebody like Jay-Z hanging out with the homeless. You don't see that. That's rich and poor. Just to give you an idea and an analogy of what I'm talking about. This is verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Just like a lion will eat up a wild ass and or an animal of such in the wilderness, the same thing will happen to the rich. Will eat up the poor, meaning the rich will will look down upon the poor and try to devour them, like try to tear them down and different things of the sort. Verse 20, it says, as the proud hate humility, so doth rich uphold the poor. See, just like somebody that's prideful and lifted up, they have a problem with somebody that's humble, that shows humility. It's hateful. So doth the rich uphold the poor. These banking elites, these so-called rich Edomites, they consider us poor. They don't like us. You know, they don't like the poor. All that, yeah. You know, it's crazy, but you know, continuing. It says, a rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. See, a rich man that's gonna fall or beginning to fall is held up by his friends. Goes, and if you go back up to verse 16, all flesh consorteth according to kind. A rich man, when he started to fall, his other rich friends gonna try to lift him up. But you got a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. See, you have even in certain situations, you have the poor oppressing the poor. Poor man, he down, he out. Somebody that ain't really got it like him, just they'll toss him away, they'll throw him away. Like, oh yeah. Verse 22, it says, when a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely, and could have no place. See, when a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. Somebody's gonna always come try to help him. You know, because you know in this society, Esau believes in, you know, that's an Edomite thing. That's an Esau thing, where he only help the rich. The rich only help the rich, while the poor get poor and they don't care. But when they start to fall, his other rich friends are trying to help him. You know, and when he speaks things not to be spoken, meaning you have a rich man that be saying all kind of man of stupid things. You know. So a lot of things that are not to be spoken of, you know. And when he says something stupid or dumb, or insert that foot in the mouth, such as Donald Trump, you'll have somebody try to come to bat, you know what I'm saying, or go to bat for him to justify the foolishness that is coming out of his mouth. But a poor man will slip. Somebody that's a poor man, a wise, you know what I'm saying, a humble man or a poor man, in actuality, if he's to slip, he instantly rebuked. He's instantly looked down upon. He's instantly blame is casted upon him. And in that sense, the poor man will speak wisely, and guess what? He still wouldn't have no place. So, birds of a feather flock together, for lack of a better term, just to keep it simple. Verse 23, my last point. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. See, when a rich man speak, everybody listening. They being heard by other people. By a rich man, he speaks, he's going to be listened to by his other constituents. And everybody hold their tongue and they be quiet and listen and look to see what he said. And they extol it to the clouds. I mean, they raise it up, they lift it up. But if a poor man speak, if a humble man speak, they say, what fellow is this? Who you think you is? Who are you? That's the reaction. And our people do that to this day. And if he stumble, this same poor man, you know, this humble man, if he stumble, they will overthrow him. They will help to overthrow him to make him fall. They say, oh, you're slipping up. We finna make sure you fall. You know, and that's part of that, and that same type of energy and vibe and spirit is amongst Israel. You know, Israel, they all flesh consorted to his kind. 2/3 of our people like to sin. So guess what they do? They hang around other Israelites and other heathen nations that sin. Mainly our people, because they can do what the other heathen nation can do what the heck they want to do. The laws ain't for them, so they ain't really sinners. They just heathen nations. They just Gentiles, physical Gentiles, not spiritual Gentiles. 2/3 of our people are spiritual Gentiles, meaning they think they African American, they think they black, they think they Latino and Mexican and all that, so forth and so forth. But 2/3 of our people, that's just like, this is a spirit that's among them. But this is a spirit that's amongst anybody, really. This is a thing. It says all flesh are consorted according to its kind. Righteous are going to hang with the righteous. Humble are going to hang with the humble. Haughty are going to hang with the haughty. Sinners are going to hang with the sinners. So with that, shalom.